in higher education of NUS, your local Romanian gal and self-proclaimed worst nightmare of Nigel Farage. Please give it up for Sorana Vieru.
Hello, good evening everyone. It's great to see so many of you out here standing up for what we believe in and standing up for what is right. Standing up for EU citizens and EU students such as myself. So first, I want to thank you. Theresa May is making immigration the top concern for Brexit negotiations, rather than the economy, which is set to tank once we exit the single market. The very same woman who, when she was Home Secretary, deported over 48,000 international students for no reason. EU migrants in this country are being used as bargaining chips in Brexit negotiations, like our livelihoods only matter if we get something in return. A Brexit vote is also fueling hate, with hate speech and attacks on migrants from everywhere, not just the European Union. And we are faced with a rise in Islamophobia and anti-Semitism. We need to have a long, hard look at our connected struggles and fight back. We're going through dark times where refugees are refused entry and basic rights, people are deported back to unsafe conditions that risk their lives, and the daily life of people is being intruded by racist and xenophobic surveillance mechanisms. And we're witnessing the start to the end of free movement in this country, and many are calling for a debate over the fate and rights of millions of people simply because they were born elsewhere. And what I have to say is, we don't need a debate on immigration. We need a debate on capitalism. What's ever so clear with the EU referendum result is that capitalism is failing people and is only working for the bosses. We don't need to debate immigration, and that's because this debate is largely dishonest. Rather than admit the brute fact that many people just don't like foreigners, those who oppose immigration hide behind claims that immigrants are bad for wages or public services, which we know is false. Debating immigration silences debate about another question. Is capitalism today best serving people's interests? Debating immigration encourages the idea that immigrants are to blame for stagnant real wages and poor public services, and deflects attention from the possibility that the causes of these lie elsewhere. What politicians and our representatives in Parliament should be doing, therefore, is demanding and instigating a debate about how best to increase growth, wages and living standards. We should be asking not what to do about immigration, but what to do about capitalist stagnation. Immigrants are net contributors to the economy, and so are international students to our universities and our colleges, now facing attacks from the Home Office, who want to reduce immigration numbers by allowing a lot less of us in. I could reel all the stats, but I won't, because our access to basic human rights shouldn't be measured by our economic contribution. We shouldn't be allowed to stay simply because we are exceptional migrants, because we're professors, medics, or famous engineers. Our rights should simply be afforded because we're human. And now we're demonstrating to show them what we're made of and to force politicians to listen and look at the facts. Because never has populism been so dangerous. And we need to reframe the agenda and start talking about a vision of an equal society. Smash capitalism, smash fascism, power to you.